I truly believe that Ruri Rocks will lead the next generation of fucking rock mineralogists or just DIYers in general. There's a lot of animes that inspire, but Ruri Rocks really does more than that. It entertains, it shows. It like the wall of text is just such a welcoming thing that I always try to read. It's like the text from Attack on Titan. You just want to read it all. You just want to learn all. You just want to absorb the knowledge. But of course, I'm a little slow on the uptake. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit older. I'm a little more worn out. My my brain cells are a little bit cooked, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of things when I was younger that really cooked my brain. Air fried it. But just imagine me, who is older, still inspired by an anime like Ruby Rocks. We got characters here who are just really well made, really fun, really cutesy. They're all really lively. They're all very positive. Well, at least now they are. Seto was a little depressing in the beginning, but once she met Ruri, she just set off. She just launched like fucking Bitcoin. When it mooned. But just imagine that. A lot of people like Setsu. She had a really checkered past. Her parents really rejected the idea of mineralogy, just playing with rocks, which I can kind of understand. You know what I'm saying? It's like you see a kid playing with a rock. You wouldn't really think that would lead the future. You wouldn't really think that would lead to anything. You'd really think there's nothing significant about it. So I 100% can kind of see the perspective of the parents. They're thinking, all right, throw those fucking pebbles away. You know what I'm saying? Get that shit out of here. That shit that you broom up later on. You know what I'm saying? It's like when kids play with sticks, you don't think they're going to become mineralogists or some biologists or some shit. So I can kind of see the perspective. But here, I do believe if the right audience, the younger audience watches Ruby Rocks, it could lead a revolution. It could lead the next generation. It could lead to a better world. Once we break the code of minerals, in which we are, but just imagine if it just moons, if it just skyrockets, and not just mineralogists, but just DIYers in general. They're gonna see this. They're gonna want to pick up a hammer. They're gonna want to pick up a pickaxe. They're gonna want to go outside hiking. That's what we need. We need more of these people who are more adventurous. They don't have a screen in front of their face all the time, which I really don't see anything wrong with having a screen in your face. You can find different inspirations like that, like Ruby Rocks. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they are staring at the screen a lot. Maybe they are watching a shitload of animes, and then they finally watch Ruby Rocks come in front of their screen, and this will legit. If this doesn't inspire you to go out there and try something new, to research at least something, rocks, trees, sticks, I don't know, animals, rivers, riverbeds, dams, there's just a hell of a handful of topics that Ruby Rocks has given us, and it's just beautiful. It really is. Like when I say that it inspires, honestly, bro, I've been doing more and more DIY stuff, and I just fucking enjoy it. Can you believe that? Get a tool in your hand. Like, go find, bro. Look. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a Ryobi fan, right? So I got some Ryobi tools right here. I'm just a normal DIYer, so you can get something that's not that expensive. You can get something there's like even cheaper stuff than Ryobi out there that you can buy. It's not like you're gonna use it as a professional. There's more professional tools out there. In general, there's a lot of good Ryobi tools that outshine other high-end tools like Rigid or D-Wall, Milwaukee. They're kind of, Milwaukee and Rigid, they're owned by the same company, but obviously they're, Ryobi's more like the, more general purpose. Milwaukee's more like professional purpose. Kind of, it gets really muddy after a while. But anyways, see look how I am talking about tools. I've become more knowledgeable thanks to Ruby Rocks. Now, I'm not gonna give Ruby Rocks, all the credit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a little bit older. I've had a history of, doing auto collision stuff. A lot of woodworking. So, but it really has put me back on the map. It's really just got me more excited to just go out there and try and fail, try and create, try and discover, adventure a little bit more. Stop beating around the bush. Actually go out and research. Actually go out in the rivers and skim through them. Actually go out there and see the trees, see the world for what it really is. The universe, the earth. No, we live here. We literally live here on the earth. We're literally here stranded. And the best thing we can do is go and get knowledgeable, man. See how the earth is, how it moves, how we are connected as one, what it means for us in the future, and what the past has brought into the future. And honestly, like, if Ruri can do it, look, I'm not trying to put down Ruri. All right, she's a little bit smarter than me, to be fair. You know what I'm saying? But to be fair, she is younger. She absorbs shit like a sponge. But sometimes, when she gets her brain gets fried. That's just me all the time. Like, that just me, like, 8 out of 10 times, bro. My air just fried when I'm watching this anime. I'm like, come again? Glycine, or like there's like some giant ass word, like 15-letter word, or with a huge meaning behind it. I'm like, yikes! I need help here, man. I need some milk. What I'm saying? This anime, I truly believe, if we get it in front of the right audience, will inspire and lead a revolution. It would create a new era of DIYers. It will catapult our progression in society. We will legit see, like, bro, oh, look at this new character here. We haven't seen this character yet. It will legit make us more, what's that word? Active. There's like a better word for active. You know what I'm saying? There's like a way better word for active. But here's that wall of text. Did you guys see that wall of text? Air fry, bro. Look at those minerals, man. Just look at those minerals. Look at them having fun. This is what you want to see, bro. If I just saw like a group of kids just like out there like doing this, I'd be like, damn, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. I'm more props than I'm working to donate. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I help you in your endeavors? They're just playing with like this weird radio catalyst thing, converter, converts radio waves that you can listen to. And bro, towards the end, when they were listening to the holy rock of the god of worship rock, I was like, damn, what are they listening to? Like, what are they hearing? Like, I want to hear it, bro. And then the characters, man, that's the key to the story, man. The characters, holy, you see Nagi? I gotta see if I can find out again. Here goes Ruri. Oh my god. There goes Nagi. So you can't go wrong with this anime, man. Go out there and discover. And this is brought to you by Nagi's